Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Super Stock Bros. My name is Ace, and today we're going to be talking about swinging SPACs, which is what we're doing as we're waiting for some merger announcements. So stay tuned. All right, so on this channel, I advise having a long-term because a long-term is the way that you feel like you have a nest egg under you and you're comfortable in order to invest carefully. Now, as soon as you have your long-term set up, that's when you can do some side stuff and you can actually have like a little itchy fingers account if you have extra capital. So that's what we're doing here. I'm going to show you three different portfolios I'm running right now. One of them is a SPAC long-term, the SPAC to Milli challenge. That's one of them. Another one is we're swinging some other SPACs that I'm tracking very carefully after I've done some research, and a few of them I've actually posted videos about. And then we actually have a third one in which we are doing even more swings. So we have a lot of things going on here at the same time. But let me show you. So just in case you want to track along with me, I'll be posting these portfolio updates and you can see what tickers I add. I'll try to make this once every 2 days or so, and just so that you can get an impression of what I'm doing as well. So, all right, so this is the Excel sheet that we're familiar with. So first, if you remember, we have a warrant bullet. We're going 150% on each of the SPACs in line here. That's what we're trying to do, and we're well on this goal. It's actually progressing very well. IPOF is up even without any merger news. Okay, I think there's a lot of SPACs being merged around the market right now. Some of the big ones that have been waiting a few months, and I feel like people just think that IPOF or IPOD are next, which they very well may be, but I haven't heard any announcements and there have not been any leaks of who they could even be partnering up with. So we're still waiting even for, a hint of rumors. And as soon as we do get a hint, it's going to take off like that. So I'd say it's a little expensive to get in right now. I would wait for around the $5 mark or $4.50 mark for IPOF. And IPOD, I'm holding off on that. I'm going to wait for the IPOF to actually make its move first. And if IPOD hasn't found a merger target, then I'm going to switch to that after IPOF has their target. So I'm going to do it one at a time. But there's something else that we can do, which is swing. So remember, our swing bullet is 35%. We're looking for each trade. So for example, we did a swing on IPOF at 450. We swung it up to 525, which wasn't exactly 35%. I actually had a feeling that it was going to come down for some reason just because it rose on no news at all. So I kind of sold out early. Turned out that was actually a mistake. I could have held it for about 35% because it did go up to 6.08 after hours, for which we could have actually sold because you can trade warrants after hours. Now let's take a look at our portfolios. So here's what we have running, because I keep hinting towards multiple portfolios. Let's just show that all of this is, I'm going to be very transparent with this. So first we have the SPAC Road to a Milli balance. Let me just zoom in here. We have our 830 shares. We got in at 448, and our current price, we didn't exit yet, it's 590. So we have not exited. And right now we're sitting at about 4,897. That's not bad considering we started off with about 3,700 or so. So pretty good start, I must say. And we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be posting the progress on that, obviously. Second, we have a swing portfolio here. And what we did was, this is the one I was referring to with the IPOF. We swung it. So this one was pretty good. We swung 2,500 shares. We had a pretty good profit on that. We exited a little bit early, but hey, I'm not crying about it. It's a pretty good move. So that was a decent percentage. We made about $2,000 on that. That's not bad at all. Second, we have BTWN units. So this is interesting. I don't really ever do units, but I actually kind of like the idea of BTWN for the long run. I did buy it at a kind of a high price. I'll have to admit that I kind of got anxious that they were going to release a rumor because it just took off. I think there was actually a deal in progress, but then maybe it got kiboshed or something like that. Not sure. I'm just speculating. But the way that it was rising, it was looking good. So I decided to buy in. And you know what? It's been kind of stagnant for the last couple of weeks. I still believe in it. I still believe in teal, and I still believe in his partner on this one. So they have a good management team. Like I said before, you can check out my BTWN video. Very good. This is Bridgetown Holdings. Now, I have a third, well, I say swing portfolio too, right? So this is our third portfolio. I have CCIV options in it. Okay, so these aren't even warrants; they're options. They're expiring February 12th. This is a risky position. I did this because I do believe a CCIV announcement is coming up soon. Maybe famous last words. We've been hearing this for a few weeks now from everybody that's been holding it, but ton of people in this. We have Meet Kevin in this. We have Stock Mo in it. A lot of other famous YouTubers. We have Zip Trader. He's also in it. So a lot of famous YouTubers in this. Great investors. And I really do think that there's a massive number of investors in this. Maybe they're going to come out with a Super Bowl announcement. I don't know. Who knows? That's what I would do if I was Lucid and CCIV, but we'll see. Now, I also bought into PSACW. So this is kind of a speculative play. This is actually a very speculative swing portfolio. I heard that there was a merger coming up for this pretty soon. I noticed that the entry price was very low for the warrants comparatively to the shares. So I, just doing simple math, I kind of liked the warrants at this price and decided to buy in for about 2,000 shares. This one's risky just because I haven't done too much research on this particular stock, but I do actually like it. So this is the Faraday merge, and as soon as that progresses, we'll see what happens. But this is another big player in the EV space, so we'll see what happens. Just holding it, very speculative. Next up, we have the APSG warrants. I actually bought this today. Now, this happened after the bell. It's kind of a smallish position. And again, kind of risky. I just bought it after hours because I saw an announcement, a tweet about how there are talks of this merger happening. Now, this is a pretty cool one, and it's a developing story, so we'll see what happens. But I just took a very speculative after hours position, and I want to see if it rises up tomorrow, pre-market, or even during the day, and then I'll probably sell it off if I can at like around $4.35 or $5. But that's my overall target. So there we are. Those are our three portfolios, and I'll keep you all up to date on these as we go. But I just wanted to give you an update as we were waiting for things to go with IPOF and IPOD, for which we still haven't had news. But I'm very hopeful, very, very hopeful. All right, Stock Bros, that's all I had. Until next time, let's make those gains.